Alright, you may or may not have caught the video I put out the other day concerning the tributes for Ian Coates? But anyway, if you haven't watched this video, check it out, and in this video, you know, it will all come together. So if you just go back a couple of uploads, you'll see it. And be sure to come back to this one, and then overall, if you haven't, well, do you know what? I'd probably break it down in that one anyway, or a little bit of it. The fullness of the situation that happened in Nottingham on the 30th of June. But of course, I'm going to touch on it here slightly. But again, there are, you know, dedicated videos showing XYZ, right? So anyway, we're going to do a follow-up video with the next victim, which is Grace. Oops. Okay, so here's Grace, one of the unfortunate victims in the Jesuit order sanctioned madness that took place on June 13th in Nottingham, UK. Of course, Valdo Calocane was the suspect's name, which I'm going to quickly break down again, probably for the 70th time. And of course, I'm sure the milestone continues. They all failed the challenge. Unbelievable, but not surprising. What was the challenge? Just check out my other videos on Audio Oracle, or one of the channels. It's from Masonry 67, you got the 607 there, you know they love a 47. Huge Freemasonic number. Now I'm not sure if she died via him running into her with the car, or it was just stabbing. I'm going to presume it was stabbing, because I can't remember. Stabbing equals 52. And of course it's the government behind it all, Jesuit order. Government 52, stabbing 52, yeah. And I think stab wound maybe as well. You'll see in a moment. So Grace O'Malley Kumar, excuse me. You know, not on my watch. You know, again, it's not me trying to get views, you know, or anything like that in that sense. Only basic beast brains will think that. Or I'm missing what's being trying to be conveyed as best as I can, you know, with what's going on. You know, learning a simple script code. If you can't learn this, something that can easily be taught to a child, what does that say about you? I mean, you could easily teach the patterns, the symbolism, and how, you know, language is pigeonholed, and then how these situations will be pigeonholed, and that's why we already know literally what numbers will be popping up with a specific situation as soon as it takes place. So stabbing and stab wound 38. So again, stabbing and stab wound 38. Again, note how it factored in with Ian Coates, however you say his name, the other victim, with his name and then to the timing of his funeral. Throat was 42 and his name was 42. It was like 4 weeks, 2 days, whatever it was. Anyway. Of course, West African migrant, we're going to get back to that. West African migrant 201. Also, the 38th prime is 163. So the day that she gets buried. Perfect. Her last name 177, like the Jesuit order. Again, the Jesuit order also equals 201. Again, they come out, you know, nearly 2 days later and say it's a West African migrant, which equals 201. You know, we can look on the numerology, certain days coming up, and we can go through the year or next year or the year after. You know, we can go 5-10 years in advance. Yeah, and know literally what's going to be coming, even with the weather, because we've been doing the homework, studying the patterns myself since 2016. And as I said community all in its entirety, it's 10 years this year, a decade. Can't stress it enough. Forecasting terror attacks, you know, Celeb 19, you know, like 4 years before for Celeb 19. You gotta be kidding me. Time before RIP 25, Sonic 29, stabbing 29 as well. Again, murder 38, stabbing and stab wound 38. There's your 52s. We just spoke about 29. And there's your murder 38. Murder 34 as well. Where they say it's from? Africa, right? Africa 38 and 29. Also Death 38. You can check out the song by The Police that came out in 1983 called Murder by Numbers. Feel free to read the lyrics. Apparently the sport of the elite is as easy as killing as 1, 2, 3, ABC 1, 2, 3. Check out that movie with Sandra Bullock. Movie that came out, was it 38 weeks after her birthday? The movie's called Murder by Numbers. Came out in 2002. Note the 22nd prime is 79. Murder 79. But anyway, on the movie poster they changed the E to a 3 and the B to an 8. So go figure on that. Alright. So again, there's your West African migrant. Again, just with order 54. Terrorism 54, although they're not saying terrorism per se, but you know, for those that have eyes to see, we know what it is. Just like Celeb 19, you know, we of course that's terrorism, a form of. Oh look, Valdo equals 54. Yeah, Valdo 54. So you've got 5 weeks, 4 days alternative span. And then when you check the date, as you can see there. Yeah, so Kallocain, the last name, even 54. Unbelievable. Short terrorism 108. Valdo Calocane 108. Of course, rituals in there as well. Ritual 45 and 27. Of course, police people, order society, masonry. Secrecy 33. Just like CORONA, aka Celeb 19. Anyway, so no, if you're not up to speed, why have I got Kallocain with the K, the 2 L's and CAIN if I've just shown you what the suspect's name was? Well, if you look up what Valdo means and if you look up what Callocain means, you'll realize that Valdo means, hold on, I swear I've got the slides here. We'll get back to that in a second, hold up. Yeah, feel free to pause and read that, yeah? Again, that's from my other channel on the community wall post. So, Valdo Calocane. Valdo means powerful, govern and rule. Who likes to have a powerful governing rule of your mind. My point is, what is the odds that this is his name? And if you look up Kallocain, you'll find this book, which is also had been made into a TV miniseries at the time. What's that on here? That looks like a big needle, big syringe. Interesting. In the time of Celeb 19, yeah? Because it's not like that's actually gone away, you know. If you've been taking note, you know, in other places, there's still madness in other countries, in China or whatever, like what in the world. And even still play with certain stuff in other places, as you know, India, you know, the fungi stuff, Mexico with the fungi stuff. Again, Mexico 33. But anyway, I already showed how it all works out and comes together concerning, you know, recent TV shows like The Last of Us, which is to do with what? Was it cordyceps that mutates somehow and goes into humans? The cordyceps fungus. So that's why they've been playing with all of that. Not to say that they ain't doing the madness in a lab somewhere and they might not try a thing, but my point is, always remember, they can't let out something crazy loose that they can't control, because they still need us to leech off, you know, your blood, sweat and tears and your energy, right? So, I mean, come on. Only a fool would think, oh yeah, they're gonna, yes, they may spray the skies and do other stuff, but, you know, that's like a next kind of slow death. You know, we can still function, operate, you know, work the machine type of thing, you know what I mean? Be on the rat race, you know. So again, this book is about by a caring boy, is about a dark dystopian future. Yeah? Or they inject people, something so they can tell the truth, so they know that you're not thinking outside the box, something like that. Yeah, again, to keep you suppressed, you know, they inject you. I mean, what in the world? So again, what are the odds that this person has got that name? You think that they can't have a plant from MK Ultra, even though the whole shebang, you don't have to come from a facility, because as I say, all the programs and whatnot and what's going on is all one big MK Ultra program. But, you know, obviously certain people, individuals in this circumstance, obviously they must have just come directly from the lab. They must have, but it doesn't mean that they can't be put into, you know, whatever course, whatever they was doing, engineering at the university, yeah, with this situation, you know, and make it look like they're normal, and then all of a sudden now, as I've explained before, you know, whether they have a direct meeting and or just something goes off in their phone, you know, whether you get a text of a specific image on your Telegram, your WhatsApp, you know, a type of music might chime, and then it just triggers them off, and then tutus now, and they're driving around doing a madness, or trying to stab up people in France at the nursery and stabbing up children. I mean, really? Listen, nobody wakes up and does that, but as I've explained a bazillion times, they want you to be in fear, because they know fear can create a big part of them, you know, being able to rule over you. Yeah, fear-based trauma mind control in some way, shape or form, you know, make it all confusion everywhere. And as I say, for the most part, 90% are just hook, line and sinker. Okay? Can I go on anyone's channel and see that they've somewhat done some of the challenge that I mentioned the other day? Yo, I'll have to have a recheck, because I might be wrong, but I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not having no expectancy, put it that way. Like, can I go on Rachie0000's channel? Am I going to find what you should have put? Can I go on Triggered Limey? Obviously not. Can I go on Sideman Dan FTFE? Obviously not. These are all people that are in the UK, and I said, you know, something big that happens in your backyard, or you're not going to share information. Even Level Earth Observer, can I go on your channel, or even see a referral, or did you mirror a video? Did you even make up a secondary channel, anybody, and mirror a video? I mean, you can do that, Is that, can you like, you know what I mean? Like something, you know? What did they do? Nothing. It's incredible. But these people, you know, going like they want change, you know, they're fed up of their lives and whatnot, but yet you're not gonna, you know, look at all the space entries that I've done concerning Gematria. The Parker space probe thing, solar probe, you know, these jokers like Flatzoid. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anywho, that's why I had to partition over here, man. I said, you know what, you lot are long. Right. Homeless, spread love and light, hashtag don't be a basic peace burner, and of course give gracious gratitude, but take no shit.